What's the relationship between the coefficient of a quadratic polynomial and the zeros of a polynomial? Till here we discussed what's the zero of a linear polynomial, how step is right, then what's the multiplication of these 12x square, and what's the multiplication of these also 12x square or plus. If nothing saying, it's meaning plus. So it's meaning both, satisfying both conditions. Your splitting the middle term method is right. So what's common here? 2x is common. So x minus 3 left here. What left here? X minus 3. Then in last two, what's taken common? Minus 2 taken common. X minus 3. Yes or no? So we have taken equal to 0. So what's common? X minus 3 is common. What's here? 2x minus 2 is equal to 0. So what is its meaning? This equal to 0 or this equal to 0 or both equal to 0. So x minus 3 equal to 0. So x equal to 3. Or 2x minus 2 equal to 0. So 2x is equal to 2. X is equal to 2 by 2. What's 1? So x is equal to 3 and 1. 3 and 1 are the zeros of this quadratic polynomial. Then we have between the zeros and the coefficient of this polynomial. So what's the zeros here? So I can erase this. So polynomial is what? This is your polynomial. What's polynomial? This one. So polynomial is this. So what's the zeros? We can say let alpha and beta are the zeros of the given polynomial. Which polynomial? Px. So alpha equal to 3 and beta equal to 1. Understood? So what's alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta equal to 4. Understood? This I can write, and what's this I can write like this. If we can compare this with what's your A equal to 2, B equal to minus 8, and C equal to 6. Comparing with what? Comparing this polynomial, quadratic polynomial, standard quadratic polynomial, where A is not equal to 0. So this, if I can write like this, how can I write like this? Sorry. If I can write like this is equal to 8 by 2, I can write this. This also remains same or not? Remains same. So how can this I can write? Now I can write like this, minus 8 by 2. In this way I can write. Result remains same. Remains same or not? So how can I solve it? So this, what is this? This is minus, and what's minus 8? B. And what's this? A. So what's the sum of the zeros in a quadratic equation? Polynomial is equal to B by A. This is the first relation. This is the first relation. And then what's alpha beta? Alpha beta equal to 3 into 1 is equal to 3. Yes or no? And this I can write. How can I write? This you can write like this is equal to 6 by 2. Any effect on it? Why I have written 6 and divide by 2? This is equal to 3 because here is 6. So what's this? This is equal to C by A. What's your C? C is, look here. And what's your A? So this is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of a what? Quadratic polynomial. Alpha beta equal to C by A. This what we can say? This we can say like this. This we can say, what we can say? This another way, minus, whose coefficient is B? x coefficient of x, a coefficient divided by the coefficient of x square. So this is the relationship between the coefficient and the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. I think you understood this. Or we can take another example also. I am taking another example which is given in your book. I think you understood this. So what's the next example? Next example is this. What's the next example given? 3x square. What's given? Polynomial given px. What's 3x square plus 5x minus 2? This polynomial given to you, and you have to find out the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. So how can? First, splitting the middle term method, you know, 3x square plus 6x minus x minus 2. If you don't want to take this, you can take like this. This equal to 0. So look one time, what's the sum of these two? 6x minus x. How much? 5x, which is equal to this. What's their product? What's their product? Minus 6x square. So one time find out there also minus 6x square. It's meaning you are right. Satisfying both conditions. So you can, what's the common here? 3x is common, x plus 2. Here what's taken? Minus 1 common taken, x plus 2. If you don't know how can split the middle term, one time revise 9th class book and try to solve it. Which is common? X plus 2 is common. And what's here? 3x minus 1 equal to 0. This equal to 0, then this become 0. This equal to 0, then this become, and both are equal to 0, then also become this 0. So x plus 2 equal to 0, so x equal to minus 2. Similarly, 3x minus 1 equal to 0, it's meaning 3x is equal to 1, x is equal to 1 by 3. So what's zeros? One 0 is this, another 0 is this. We can say let alpha and beta are the zeros of the given polynomial. Which polynomial? Px. So how can we write? We can write in this way. What's the zeros? So we can say, what we can say? Alpha equal to 2, minus 2, sorry, and beta equal to 1 by 3. Understood? Again, what's alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta minus 2 by 1 plus 1 by 3. 1 3 is minus 6 plus 1. What's coming? Minus 5 by 3. And this 5 by 3 again, how can we write? We can write like this. How can we write? Minus is equal to b by a. Again here, comparing this, a equal to 3, b equal to 5, and c equal to minus 2. And what's your b here? If we are having this polynomial, coefficient of minus what? Coefficient of x. And what's a? Coefficient of x square. So what's the relationship? Sum of the zeros is always equal to minus b by a. Or what you can say? Minus the coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square. I think you understand. Then what's coming? What's coming? One more relationship. What's it? One more relationship. What is that? This is that like this. Look here, what's your alpha and beta? Alpha, beta. Alpha, beta. What is this? Minus 2 into 1 by 3 is equal to minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3. So what's your minus 2? So this we can write minus 2 by 3. So what's your minus 2? C. What's your 3? A. And what's your C? Constant term. Constant term divided by the coefficient of x square. So this is the relationship. This is the relationship of a quadratic polynomial between the coefficient and the zeros. I think you understood. So what's the relationship? Sum of the zeros is always equal to minus b by a, and product of the zeros is always equal to c by a. Understood? Next given, this is not given in your syllabus. This is not given in your syllabus. What's not given in our syllabus? Cubic polynomial. Only quadratic polynomial given in your syllabus. So cubic polynomial is this. What's ax square, ax cube, ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0. And what about ABCD? I told you so many times. Understood? So it's cubic polynomial. Maximum power, maximum degree of this polynomial is 3. So maximum how many zeros exist? 3. So we are saying let alpha, beta, gamma are the zeros. Just telling it of the given polynomial. Given polynomial. So what about alpha, beta? First is alpha plus beta plus gamma minus b by a. Minus b by a. What's the relationship? Minus b by a. What's the relationship? Minus b by a. How can you write this? This we can say minus again. What's coefficient of x square divided by the coefficient of x cube. What is this? Alpha, beta, beta, gamma, gamma, alpha is equal to c by a. What is this? Coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x cube. And what's this product? Alpha, beta, gamma. What is this? Minus d by a. What's your d? Constant term minus constant term divided by what? Coefficient of x cube. So this I told you. I think you understand this only, not in your syllabus, but I'm telling you what I told you. This is the relationship. Again I can write. So we can come on our topic. Which is our topic? Quadratic polynomial, which is in our syllabus. So here I'm writing, if we are having what type of polynomial? Quadratic polynomial. Alpha plus beta minus b by a. Alpha plus beta and alpha beta is equal to c by a. If we are having a quadratic polynomial. And what happened if we are having cubic polynomial? So alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to what? Same as it is, minus b by a. Alpha, beta, beta, gamma, gamma, alpha, c by a. What's your alpha, beta, gamma is equal to minus b by a. So this is the relationship. Question coming like this, you have to tell what's the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, not given in your syllabus, but it's given about this. So I told you, now we will do what? Example. What we will do? Example. So what's given? Example number 1 given. Find the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. You have to find out what? Zeros of a quadratic polynomial. Which polynomial? This polynomial px. Which polynomial? Px, we can say x square plus 7x plus 10. Plus 10. Same procedure. We can write this in the form of equation plus 7x plus 10 is equal to 0. So make its factor x square plus 5x plus 2x plus 10 is equal to 0. What's common? X is common. X plus 5. What's common? 2 common. X plus 5. Coming like this. Then what's common? X plus 5 is common. So what's here? X plus 2. This is equal to 0. From this easily you can say, you can put x plus 5 is equal to 0. It's meaning x equal to minus 5. X plus 2 is equal to 0. What's its meaning? X equal to minus 2. X equal to minus 2. So what are the zeros? These two. What's their name? Alpha, beta. What's their name? Alpha, beta we can say. This we can say equal to alpha. This we can say beta. Now we can find out what we can find out. Relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the quadratic polynomial. If we can compare this with this, ax square plus bx plus c, then what's a here? 1. What's your b? 7. What's your c? 10. What's your c? 10. Yes or no? What's your c? Time. First we can check alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta minus 5 plus 2. How much? 3. Alpha plus beta is what? Minus b by a. Sorry, minus not given here, plus given. This. Here is this. Minus 5 minus 2 is what? Minus 7. 7, how can we write? 7 we can write minus 7 by 1. What is 7? B. So this we can write minus b by 1a. And what's your b? Coefficient of x square. What is this b? Minus the coefficient of x divided by the coefficient of x square. Got it? Now what's alpha beta? Alpha beta equal to minus 5 into minus 2. How much? 10. 10, how can we write? 10 we can write 10 by 1. What's your 10? According to this, c by a. 1 is a. Again, what we can write? C, constant term divided by the coefficient of x square. In denominator always coming highest power, coefficient of the highest power. Understood? So this I told you, this is the relationship between the zeros and the coefficient of the given polynomial. Next, example number 2, find out the zeros of the polynomial and verify the relationship between this. So first what we can do, we can put this p of x is equal to x square minus 3. So how can we write? We can write x plus 3, x minus 3. Why? We know, what we know? A plus b and a minus b is equal to a square minus b square. Only in the reverse order you can say a square minus b square is equal to a plus b, a minus b. So Put this equal to 0. What you can put? Equal to 0. This is equal to 0, become equation. So what's x? What's become? X equal to minus 3 and 3. If you can put these zeros, it's meaning if you don't know x plus 3 equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 3. And x minus 3 equal to 0, so what's your 3? I have written this. Written or not written? So what I can do now? So again I can say like this, alpha equal to minus 3 and beta equal to 3. So what's your alpha plus beta? Minus 3 plus 3, 0. So if you can compare this with ax square plus bx plus c. So what's a here? 1, b 0. What's your c? Is equal to minus 3. So 0. 0, how can we write? 0, how can we write? So this we can write like this. So this we can write, this 0 we can write 0. So this we have written. So alpha plus beta we have written 0. 0 we can write, how can we write? 0 by 1 we can write, it's remain as it is, 0 by something 0. So what is that? This is equal to, what we can write? Minus b by a. Understood? What's their product? Alpha beta is equal to 3 minus 3 into 3 is equal to minus 9. What's coming? Minus 9. Coming or not? Minus 3 into 3. What's coming? Sorry. There is a problem here coming. Sorry for that. Unroot this. This also coming under root. So here also coming under the root. This also coming under the root. Again, I want to tell from here. So some mistake is there. So what's your alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is equal to minus under root 3 plus under root 3. What's 0? Already told, minus b by a. What's their product? This is minus under root 3 into under root 3. What is this? 3. 3 we can write 3 by 1. 3 we can write minus 3 coming. This is 3 by 1. So this we can write like this. And what's there? C by C by A. C equal to what? Minus 3. So told you. So I have one mistake here. I told you I have written 3 but coming on root 3. So all here coming in this way. So able to understand. So next question. So in this way you can solve all. Find a quadratic polynomial. The sum and the product of whose zeros are minus 3 and 2. Sum product whose zeros are minus 3 and 2 respectively. What? Sum and product of whole zero. So we can say let alpha and beta are the zeros of the given polynomial px. So what's given? Alpha plus beta equal to given minus 3. Alpha beta equal to what's given? 2. What you have to given? You have to find out this. So how can you find out? This is a formula, x square minus sum of the zeros into x plus product of the zeros is the quadratic polynomial. Is the quadratic polynomial. So x square minus, what's your alpha beta? Minus 3 into x plus alpha beta 2. So what we can say? X square plus 3x plus 2. Got or not got? So if sum of the zeros given to you and you have to find out the given polynomial, so formula is this: x square minus sum of zeros into x plus product of zeros. You can apply this formula directly. So understood, I think. So next, this given. This is related to cubic polynomial, not in your syllabus. This is not in your syllabus. So you have to tell, what you have to tell? Verify that 3 minus 1 minus 1 by 3 are the zeros of the cubic polynomial. First you have to verify. So what's the cubic polynomial? Px is this. What's cubic polynomial? This is equal to what? 3x cube minus 5x square minus 11x minus 3. Yes or no? What we have done? So p of x. So first, what are its zeros? 3 minus 1 minus 1. So we can say alpha equal to 3, beta equal to minus 1, and gamma equal to minus 1 by 3. So 3 we have taken. So what's it's become? 3 cube minus 5 into 3 square, 11 into 3 minus 3. If this is equal to 0, it's meaning this is the zeros of it. So this we can write 3. If 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, minus 5 into 9 minus 33 minus 3. How much? 81, 45 minus 33 minus 3. So 1 of plus, remaining all are minus. If you can add minus 45 minus 33 minus 3, how much? 8, 11, 81. So minus 81 equal to 0. So what's its meaning? 3 is the zeros of this polynomial. 3 is the zeros of this polynomial. Next is what? Minus 1. So what's it? Minus 1. So again we can put value. Whose value? P of minus 1. 3 into cube of minus 1 minus 5 into minus 1 square minus 11 into minus 1 minus 3. So what's it's become? 3 into minus 1. How can? Look one time. Minus 1 multiplication with minus 1 into minus 1. What's minus 1? Multiply this minus minus plus 1 into minus 1. Again you can multiply minus 1. This is 5 square of this minus 1 multiply with minus 1. So minus minus plus, this is 1 coming. Coming or not coming? So in this way we can show. So this is minus minus plus minus minus plus 11 minus 3 minus 3 minus 5 plus 11 minus 3 minus 3 minus 3 minus 5. How much? Minus 11 plus 0. Got? So it's meaning this is also this, it's zeros. Similarly you can find out this also. If I have to show, I can show it. If you don't know, some students facing problem in this type of question, it's meaning their basic week. It's meaning their basic week. P of minus 1 by 3 is equal to what? 3 into minus 1 by 3 cube minus 5 into minus 1 by 3 whole square minus 11 into minus 1 by 3 minus 3. Easily we can solve. 3 into 1 by 27 minus coming here. 3 times. How can minus 1 by 3 into minus 1 by 3 into minus 1 by 3. So what's become? These two minus minus plus 1 by 9 into minus 1 by 3 plus multiply with this minus 1 by 27 I have written. Understood? Minus 5 by 9. 1 by 9 coming, minus minus. 1 by 9 coming, minus as it is. Minus minus plus 11 by 3 minus 3 by 1. So I can arrange this. Minus 3 by 27 minus 5 by 9 plus 11 by 3 minus 3 by 1. So this how can we write? Minus 1 by 9 minus 5 by 9 plus 11 by 3 minus 3 by 1. If you can solve it, so this becomes 6 by 9. How it's become? Minus 6 by 9 plus 11 by 3 minus 3 by 1. What's your LCM? 9 minus 6 plus what? What's coming? 3 3 is 9, 33. Minus 1 9 is 9, 27. So if you can check this and this, minus 33 plus 33 by 9, 0 by 9 equal to 0. So this is also 0. Verification of it. Understood, I think. In this way you can verify. Then you have to find out what you have to find out: relationship between the zeros and the coefficient. Zeros and the coefficient of the linear polynomial, cubic polynomial, sorry. So you can compare this with this: ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. So what's a here? A equal to 3, b equal to minus 5, and c equal to minus 11. And what's your d? D equal to 3. So you can verify this: alpha plus beta plus gamma. What's your alpha? 3 plus minus 1 by 3 plus minus 1. So what's it's become? 3 by 1 minus 1 by 3 minus 1 by 1. What's your LCM? 3. 1 3 ja 3 3 ja 9 minus 1 minus 3. What's coming? 5 by 3 coming. What's coming? 5 by 3 coming. So this how can we write? This I can write minus 5 by 3. Minus plus. So what's your minus 5? B. This is equal to minus B. What's your 3? A is equal to this. Got it? Then what you can say? Minus, whose coefficient is B? This. Of x square. Whose coefficient of A? Of x cube. Understood? So in this way you can find out. Second, try to solve. What's you solve? Second is this. 2 left, you can solve that. If you're not able to solve, tomorrow I can tell alpha plus beta, beta plus gamma, gamma plus alpha. And this is equal to what? You can solve. And one more, alpha, beta and gamma to what? This is coming, if you can check, this is coming, what's this? Definitely this is equal to, what's coming? Alpha, beta, beta, gamma, gamma, alpha, C by A. And if you can this check, this is coming minus D by A. If not able to solve, tomorrow first I solve this, then I will start next part of this. Next part meaning exercise. So till here you can do and try to find out. If facing any problem, then you can tell me. Otherwise, you can check in tomorrow lecture. I will tell this 2 parts. Thank you all of you. बता दें सर।